Hi, welcome back to Rita Replays. This game takes us in 2009, our first home game. We just came off of victories at Portage, Indiana and Morris, Illinois. So we came back home to host the Brother Rice Crusaders. Turns out to be a great night for myself. We'll talk more about that after the game, but without further ado, here's the game. 2009 versus Brother Rice.
What is Mayor Daley's Chicago really like? Well, it's a place where neighborhood folks, students, parents, alumni, they all come together as one. And tonight, MeTV's Game of the Week is at St. Rita. This is high school football, Chicago style. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jim Blaney. Now that Labor Day is behind us, all the Chicago area school students are back in classes. And tonight, we have two teams that have big plans for this fall. Brother Rice comes into this game at 1-1. St. Rita, they couldn't be any better. They've won their first two games of the season. And joining me tonight, as always, for this big-time rivalry is my partner for high school football here on MeTV, and that is Kenny McReynolds. And Kenny, got a good matchup. Yep. Let's get right to our safe auto keys to the game.
Well, Jim, you're right. A great matchup. These teams are only 10 minutes apart, so it is always a big-time rivalry. But when you talk about our safe auto keys to the game, for Brother Rice, stop that Mustangs offense that has scored 77 points in just 2 games. And you have to shut down Juwan Ike, that running back from St. Rita. He has rushed for 500 yards and 9 touchdowns in just 2 games. And, of course, they want to create turnovers. For St. Rita, our safe auto keys to the game, a strong running effort. They love to run the ball behind that great offensive line. They want to control the clock. And, of course, no turnovers. You can't control the clock if you don't have the football.
This is also the conference opener for both teams, so it's a rivalry, a conference game, a big one tonight right here on MeTV. That's a look at your safe auto keys to the game. Safe auto. We keep you legal for less. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening kickoff as we get set for our opener right here on your home for live high school sports. You're watching the Game of the Week on MeTV. And they have become, well, you know what? They've been a great football program for years and years and years. But you can make the argument that here at St. Rita, these are the good old days as the Mustangs get ready to host the Brother Rice Crusaders, the Catholic League Blue opener for both of these teams. St. Rita 2-0, their non-conference games. Brother Rice, they split their 2 so far. It is an absolutely perfect night for football. Just a hair under 70 degrees. The wind is coming in off the lake at just breeze quality, so it's very, very cool. It could not be, Kenny McReynolds, a better night for football here on the south side.
Boy, what a beautiful night for football, Jim. It was a warm afternoon, but it is a beautiful night for football here. And, of course, we have it live here on MeTV as well. We're also live at WCIU.com. So if you know anybody at work or out of town, tell them to go to WCIU.com, live streaming for free with this ball game. Of course, the entire Chicago area, the entire world watching MeTV's Game of the Week.
And you got a good look at the Brother Rice Crusaders, the visitors tonight, and the St. Rita Mustangs. They have had 3 very long seasons their last 3 years. A state championship, a prep bowl championship, and last year a trip to the state quarterfinals. Referees for tonight's game: Bob Sloan, Pete Mixon, Tom Murphy, and Chuck McNellis. They will make the calls, and I am sure they hope they're not very busy tonight because these are 2 very well-disciplined football teams. They do not make very many mistakes. There you get a look at Mike Rowan, the quarterback for Brother Rice, a senior, 10 of 21 so far to start this season. As Brother Rice, you know, it's interesting, Kenny, last year only one team in the Catholic Blue won on the road, and that was St. Rita winning at Loyola. If Loyola had been able to win that game, everybody in the league would have tied it 2-2.
Which was unbelievable. But when you talk about the Catholic League Blue, Jim, it may be, and it probably is, the best conference from top to bottom in the state of Illinois, year in and year out.
Getting set for the opening kickoff, Chris Donahue will let it fly, and he will drop it short, and it's fielded at the 33-yard line. And then first down and 10. Gallick hands off. Gives the first carry of the game to the right side. That is Patrick Walsh in the carry. He will get a few. We'll give him 3 yards. It'll bring him 2nd down and 7. Now the defense for Brother Rice, for St. Rita. And the guy to watch on St. Rita's defensive line is Bruce Gaston. Maybe the best high school football playing prospect in the entire state of Illinois. Some very active linebackers. And if you're not careful, if you throw it up for grabs for this group, they'll pull it down.
Well, when you talk about
interceptions for
active linebackers, watch number 47, of course, one of my favorites, Christopher Sims.
On second down, Rowan back to pass. He led his receiver just a little bit too much. In fact, that pass was in danger of being intercepted. So as Rowan puts a little bit too much of a lead on the pass, could not quite hit Jim Weber.
Well, you talked about the safeties and watched the interceptions, Jim. That was one was almost picked off right there by McNamara. Here it is again. If they go back, now watch Jim. Quick slant pass, and boy, I tell you, that is in and out of the hands. Almost picked off there by McNamara.
3rd down and 7 for Brother Rice. And they will decide to keep it on the ground on 3rd down. We'll give them about 3 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down and 4, so the Crusaders will have to punt on their first series of the game.
Well, wasn't much there in the running game against this tough St. Rita defense, and that's one thing that, Brother Rice wanted to do was get some clock going because you want to keep this high-powered offense of St. Rita off the field. They scored 77 points in just 2 ball games.
Justin Carball is back to punt for Brother Rice. Dropped the ball, got his hands back on it. He's going to get a little roller on the sideline, and it finally rolls out of bounds at about the 28-yard line, and that is where St. Rita begins their first offensive possession. They have been very, very good on offense so far this year. In fact, their punter, Max Kruger, has only punted 4 times in 2 games so far this season. Rob Gallup, quarterback, leads them out 12 out of 28 so far on the season.
But what they like to do, Jim, is run. And, of course, Keith, this young man, he has rushed for 514 yards and 9 touchdowns in just 2 games.
Tim Gorski is the tight end, and up front of the offensive line, the lightest guy of the bunch, Jake O'Day, checks in at 255.
And what a good offensive line they have.
Akey has a little bit of blocking. Now he's on his own. Tried the middle of the field, didn't get much. Maybe got about a yard of the play, brings up 2nd down and 9.
Well, they're going to key on Akey because, let's face it, he's going to run the ball.
Defense for Brother Rice, 3 down linemen, and then the guys you really have to watch out for is the linebackers because they line up 5 of them is what they do. And then we have seen some very good Brother Rice secondaries over the last few years, and this year is no exception. So Gallick brings them up. It was a gain of 2 on that first play, so now it's 2nd down and 8. Gallick out of the gun. Has Akey in the backfield with him. Akey will take it. He'll go left side this time. Goes through the hole. And then the linebackers for Brother Rice fill it up very, very quickly. Akey nudges it out to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of about 4 on the play. Brings up 3rd down and about 3.
Well, but if you notice, when you look at Akey, he just goes right behind that big offensive line. That time he followed Thomas Hines to the left side, and Akey is so small, Jim. They list him about 5'10"? I think he's a lot shorter than that. As you take a look at Steve Nye, his record 76 and 42.
10th season at Brother Rice.
Well, they have Akey at 5'7". But that still may be generous.
3rd down and 3. Long count. Gallick gives to Akey. He'll try the right side this time. Looked like he had a hole for a moment. He'll get out to about the 39-yard line. He's going to be close to a 1st down, but it looks like now they move the ball back. He's going to be short by about a yard.
Well, Malone was there to close up that hole. It looked like there was going to be a hole right there to get that 1st down, but Malone comes over and closes that hole quickly.
And Todd Kuska, the coach at St. Rita, he's in his 12th year, and as I said a little bit earlier, these 2 coaches really have revived the good old days at both of these schools, and for all the years they've had great teams at these schools. The run these 2 coaches are on have to be right up there with the best runs that any teams at these 2 schools will have. High punt, long punt, beautiful spiral, way back. Martez takes it at the 15, cuts back, flags all over the place. This is going to come back. So this is really all for exercise as finally he's brought down to the far side of the field. And this is all going to come back as Martez Walker got a block in the back from somebody to spring him, and just watch it right here. Watch the left side of the screen.
Right there, your left side of the screen, and boy, right in front of the official, an easy one to call a block in the back. But that all comes back, Jim. Like you say, this is just for exercise,
right?
Because that was an obvious block in the back.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. This drive will start at the Brother Rice 6-yard line. Rowan, hands off. Martez Walker didn't get very far. He spun around, maybe got about 2 yards. You see Bruce Gaston getting off the bottom of the pile. We watched Bruce walk by, Kenny. He's listed at 310, and I'm willing to bet there's not a whole lot in the body fat department on that young man.
No, there's not a lot in the body fat. You look at Bruce Gaston, number 90, right here to the right of your screen. Off the block. Now watch the lateral movement. This young man is quick, Jim. He's 310, but what an athlete he is. He can move laterally as well as anybody we've seen this season in high school football.
That was a gain of 1 on the play. Andrew Walker in the backfield gets the fake. This will be a keep by Rowan, and he'll try the left side of the line, then kind of got tripped up as he falls forward to about the 11-yard line. So that'll be a gain of about 4 on the play.
Yeah, watch McNamara come from behind. Here it is again. Now watch 44, McNamara. See, fight off the block, Jim. He comes in, grabs him by the ankles from behind. Great job of fighting off the block by McNamara.
3rd down and 6. Ball 6 in the Brother Rice 11. Rowan. He will keep it on the ground. They go counter to the right side of the field. St. Rita ready for it. Gain of about 2 on the play. And for the second time in this game, Brother Rice left a punt. Michael Parker, the second leading tackler on the team for St. Rita, makes a tackle on the play.
Well, yeah, here's your defensive back, Michael Parker. Watch the pop as he comes up from the cornerback position, and with a great hit is Parker. And now Rita will get the ball again in what should be pretty good field position.
Patrick Walsh, the return man, is going to stand right at midfield and await this punt. Justin Carball will punt it again. Last time he dropped the snap, but was able to pick it up very quickly and at least got the punt off. Walsh will see if he can get a return. End over end punt, and Walsh has the ball bounce away from it, skips out of bounds at the 49-yard line of St. Rita. So the Mustangs are going to have very good field position after a 37-yard punt by Carball.
Let's see if this high-powered Rita offense can get things going. They like to run the ball, Jim. When you have Key, who's rushed for 514 yards and 9 touchdowns, that offensive line, they like to run the ball. They like to hit people. And when you're running the ball, you have a chance to hit people.
Well, that is basically the MO in the Catholic Blue. It's just some teams that line up, and they know they're going to run, you know they're going to run, and it's just a matter of who wins the battle at the point of attack.
Well, you have 3 men wide out to the left.
And Key now steps up, so he is next to Gallick. Gallick, quick throw, right side of the formation. Has Kyle Yakin takes it to the 41-yard line. He is going to be just short of a first down. He'll be short by about 1 yard. 2nd and 1 coming up, and St. Rita is into Brother Rice territory.
So what do? You line 3 wide to the left side. So what do? You look for Yakin right here. Isolation to the right by himself. Goes out, stops, comes back in. He's going to be just a little short, Jim, of the first down. But they send 3 wide to the left. So what do? You isolate him by himself, one-on-one coverage to the right, and he's just a little short, but he picks up, 9 yards?
Connor Healy came up and made the tackle for Brother Rice. 2nd down and 1. Same formation as the play we saw previous. Again, same play, and it's wide open, and it's right there. Kyle Yakin has another reception. The only difference between this play and the last one is he has a first down. 1st and 10 for St. Rita at the Brother Rice 34-yard line.
Well, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So what do? You go to the same play. You send 3 guys out wide to the left. You go to Yakum on the right. This time he picks up the first down. Here it is again. And he just right there picks up the first down. No one near him in his zone because everybody went to the other side because you had 3 wide to the left. First down for the Mustangs.
Gallick off to a hot start. Yakum with catches on 2 consecutive plays. 1st down and 10. 3 in a row. It's the same formation.
Same formation.
Aki gets the carry. Ran into some of the pursuers at first. Keeps his feet moving. Takes it down to the 28-yard line before he's taken down by Ryan Magaha, the sophomore cornerback.
Boy.
A full house tonight here at Doyle Stadium. That is the St. Rita side of the field where it's always packed. Every time we come here, it's packed.
But, yeah, people were parked here this afternoon, Jim. They were here about noon, parking their cars and look at the concession stands as we have another overflow crowd here at St. Rita.
The Catholic Blue has the best concession stand food of any league in the state. Jakob goes in motion. High formation this time for St. Rita. Aki takes it up the middle, cuts it back. Pretty good job of playing defense by Brother Rice because Aki had cut it back quickly. He had an opening, but the Crusaders are able to make that essentially no gain. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, Connor Healy didn't go for the fake because one thing Aki likes to do, Jim, is spin. Once he's hit the initial contact, he likes to do a little spin move, but Connor Healy was right there. Didn't go for the fake spin. Stayed with him and brought him down.
5 carries, 14 yards for Aki. You get a good look at Connor Healy, 6-foot sophomore. And just a straight-up pro set formation this time. Aki up the middle, lowers his shoulders. He'll take it down to about the 23-yard line, and he is right at the marker. This is going to be very close.
Well, they need a good spot. And you can see Aki saying, did I get it? So it depends on the spot. Are they going to measure it? Yes, they are.
I would. I told the athletic directors for both schools that these are 2 of my favorite schools. Why? Because these 2 schools have the biggest uniform numbers of any schools in Illinois high school football, which is good for aging broadcasters.
Remember, that game is only on MeTV. Only right here.
Aki goes in motion. 1st and 10 from the 24. Gallic, he'll pull it in a run. Goes up the middle of the field, takes a big shot, but got down to the 20-yard line. He was really popped there as he tried to make his move up the field by Jake Mahalik, the second leading tackler for Brother Rice.
And Jim, I don't know if we can get that, but Aki went into motion. He put a real good block on Steve McGinnis. Here he is again, but to the left of your screen, one of the reasons that's open because your little bitty running back, Aki, puts a big block on Steve McGinnis. And you see Aki over to the left of your screen with the block, and you're going to have positive yardage for the Mustangs.
A methodical drive right now for St. Rita. Aki tries the right side, gets tripped up at the line of scrimmage, and he will lean forward down to about the 18-yard line. Shannon Rogers, the senior linebacker, brought him down. 3rd down and 4. They line up this time slot left. Jakob is the slot. And Aki will now step up. He'll get the carry. Has blocking, and now has to spin around and go the other way. Big block thrown by the quarterback, Gallic. Aki down the sideline. He steps out of bounds at the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for St. Rita. I saw the late hit. I did not see the flag.
Well, there is no flag. But it looked like a late hit, but the one thing that this young man loves to do is spin. Now, here it is again. Now, watch the spin move. Off the spin move, and he looked like he's going to have a touchdown. What a great block by the quarterback. Now, is this a late hit? He's out of bounds. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's 3 steps out of bounds. There it is again. He gives you a key. Watch the spin move. Whoops. I'll go this way. Thank you very much. Watch the block right there by your quarterback now. How far is he out of bounds? It looked like he was a couple of steps out when he got hit.
Jumbo package for St. Rita now as they have it 1st down and goal. Aki. The blocking went left. He went right. He'll take it down to the 4-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down and goal coming up from the 4-yard line.
And Steve McGinnis grabs him by the ankles and just would not let him get to the end zone. Yeah, I think Aki is telling the referee that last play I was 3 steps out of bounds, and I was hit.
Well, at this point, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it now.
1.5 remaining in the 1st quarter. Same formation as the last play for St. Rita. From the 4-yard line. Handoff Aki, left side, touchdown St. Rita. The Mustangs lead at 6-0. Touchdown number 10 on the season for Aki.
And Ryan McGowan led the charge. McGowan, linebacker in the backfield, he makes the big block. Aki says, you know what, I can just walk in untouched. His 10th touchdown of the season.
And remember, Aki only goes 5'7", and he has that running style, Kenny, where he gets down very low. Watch how low he gets.
Boy, but
and when you're 5'7" and you're low, well, he didn't go low that time because the hole was so big. But when he crouches down, he's about 5 feet tall, and he's very hard to find back
there.
He's
very hard to find. The offensive line is very good.
And the extra point is up and good. So St. Rita, 51-yard drive that ends in a touchdown run from 4 yards out by Aki. And the Mustangs have a lead of 7-0.
Well, here it is again from another angle. Watch the big boy in the backfield. He just follows his blockers. You put your jumbo package in, you stand them up. It's kind of hard, Jim, when the offensive line is hitting you. They're standing you up. You can't go forward. Aki walks in untouched.
An impressive drive by the Mustangs. They had 2 consecutive passes that went to Kyle Yakin, but other than that, it was on the ground. So far for Aki in the game, 9 carries, 37 yards. that actually, Kenny, that production on that drive kills his average. He came into the game, he was averaging 10 yards a carry. But Brother Rice's defense is a little bit tougher than what St. Rita faced in Morris last week.
Yeah, and well, this is a good Brother Rice team. No question about it.
Tim Arvison and Martez Walker are deep to receive for Brother Rice. They await the kick from Chris Donahue. Donahue kicked it short last time. This time he angles it over. Arvison picks it up at the 13. Tries to go to the middle of the field where he has blocking. He stopped dead in his tracks at the 21-yard line. Big hit put on the return and shut off any ideas that Arvison had of maybe returning that one all the way. Brother Rice went 3 and out on their first 2 possessions of the game. They have 1:11 remaining here in the quarter to try and get something going. They had pretty decent field position their first possession because they wanted to keep it away from Martez Walker on the kickoff to open the game, but now Brother Rice, at least better field position than the drive previous. And handoff goes to Walker, and he'll take it the right side, carry it out to about the 28-yard line.
And give the offensive line good credit that time. Jim, opening that hole for Walker. That was a really big hole. And Rowan is doing a good job of just keeping this ball on the ground.
26 is Martez Walker. 42 is Andrew Walker. That was Andrew who got the carry on that one.
5'10 and 175 sophomore.
Gain of 6 on the play into the final minute of the first quarter. 2nd down and 4. Rowan keeps it, trying to get to the outside. He will not get there. He's hauled down from behind. Good job of pursuit down the line by Joe Campagna, the senior.
Well, one good thing about Joe Campagna, Jim, is that he wouldn't let him turn the corner. Great job of pursuit. He would not let him turn that corner.
And I would expect that Brother Rice is going to let the clock run out and talk about a 3rd down and 4 that they really need to pick up because they have not generated a first down in this game. And indeed, that is going to be the end of quarter number 1. Mustangs on a touchdown by Aki. They have the lead 7-0. And the Crusaders facing a big 3rd down and 4 from their own 28. They are 0 of 2 on 3rd down so far in tonight's game.
Open, nowhere to go.
Rowan rolls out. It was tipped up in the air by Ron McNamara, and he was kind of in an odd position. Couldn't reach up and just grab it. The ball was tipped in the air and kind of went toward number 44 and couldn't get the handle on it. So McNamara sees it drop to the turf.
Yeah, his body was kind of twisted around, Jim. You're right. He got a hand on it, but his body looked like he was going forward, and his arms was going backwards, but he couldn't get a hand on it. He couldn't grab it, but at least he knocked it down. If you're cheering for the Mustangs, you're happy.
3 possessions for Brother Rice. 3 3-and-outs and a punt. Patrick Walsh ready to receive the punt, standing at his own 32. This kick, little wobbler. Walsh catches it at the 37-yard line, drops his knee to the turf, and that is where St. Rita will begin their 3rd possession of the game. And a look at the first quarter stats. 2 passes, 16 yards, but it's running the football that will be the bread and butter for St. Rita this year, and they were very good at it during that second drive that resulted in Aki running it in from 4 yards out.
That's what the offensive line, they like to do. They're going to do it again.
Aki, again, hard to bring down. Finally gets into the 39-yard line. He was hit by Connor Healy, among others. Also getting up off the bottom of the pile was Shannon Rogers.
Well, I tell you, Jim, he was hit 3 times before he came down. He is just so tough to bring down at 5'7".
That was only a gain of 1 yard. It brings up 2nd down and 9.
So let's see if they continue to run the ball.
St. Rita goes back into the pro set offense. And they will drop back and throw out of it. Gallup throws. Oh, what a nice play. Well, Shannon Rogers just reached out a hand at the last moment and tipped it away before it got to the big tight end, Tim Gorski.
Well, they were looking for Gorski right across the middle of the field, but Rogers is right there with a little hand. And Gorski, Jim, here's your fallback, but watch Gorski. He's wide open. And watch the tip right there. Just deflect it.
Just got a hair of it.
Just got a tip of it. The finger here, again, watch the tip right there. Enough just to deflect the ball. Gorski couldn't come up with it.
Big down right here for the Brother Rice defense. They have St. Rita 3rd down and 9. The preferred target has been Yakov. Gallic back to pass. Has everybody out in the pattern. The protection breaks down a little. He stays alive. Puts it up in the air. Ball is caught. It's going to be well short of the first down. It looks like the way the Brother Rice players reacting, the ball might have come out for a second.
Yeah, but the official said down by contact.
And that was a nice catch pulled in by Michael Villa, the senior.
Yeah, kind of a high throw. Villa goes up and brings the ball down, Jim, but he's short of the first down. Here it is again now. Good protection momentarily, then the protection breaks down. So he's just going to put the ball up. Watch Villa. He goes up, brings it down. Boy, but that is dangerous. If you're a wide receiver, you have to go up because you know when you're coming down, you're going to get popped.
Well, St. Rita put everybody out in the pattern, so they only had a limited amount of blockers, and eventually they're going to get to you. Here comes the punt. And this one is going to be a squiver over to the 30-yard line, takes a hit, bounces sideways, and right now the St. Rita kicking game doing a nice job of keeping the ball away from Martez Walker.
During the game.
Rowan starts out to the right, nothing there, and he finally just has to cut it upfield, and he leans forward to about the 34-yard line. Got a yard on the play, and big Bruce Gaston coming over and pursuing the play down the line and making the tackle.
But does he pursue as well as anybody we've seen in a long time?
He is a frightening prospect. He is big. Good. He is fast. He's in shape. And this is really kind of hard to imagine, but he might be a bigger version of Darius Fleming.
Yeah, he does remind me a lot of Darius Fleming. And, of course, I saw Darius's dad.
Yeah, he was
here today. Yeah.
Had the Fleming ND jersey on. Which,
yeah.
You know what? Dads could do stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, Darius is starting linebacker every day.
Rowan pitches it out, and that is Andrew Walker getting the carry to the 35-yard line. He maybe got a yard on the play, so it's going to be 3rd down and 7.
You know, you talked about Bruce Gaston. You know, he wears the same number.
Right.
Fleming wore number 90. A man among boys.
Although Gaston he's built more like a lineman than Fleming was. I mean, Fleming had that rushed linebacker build where he's about 6.5 feet tall, and 5 feet of it was legs and only about 1.5 feet of it was torso.
Yeah, I think Gaston is built more like me. You know, all solid muscle.
Yes, exactly. Sure. 3rd down and long for Brother Rice. Rowan rolls out, has a little bit of time, nobody open. Has to throw it out and hope for a play, and he overthrows his man. Great coverage by the St. Rita secondary on that play. The intended target was Jim Weber, but trust me on this, nobody was open.
Nobody was open, and Jim, that's an understatement to say great coverage by the corners because that secondary did a tremendous job. He has plenty of time. He has plenty of time as he rolls over to the left going against the grain. He had nothing open. This is just a prayer. He just puts it up, hoping for a prayer. Good double coverage by the Mustangs.
Actually, a pretty good throw by Rowan because he knew he had to put it out there where maybe somebody could make a spectacular play, but he got it far enough downfield that if it had been picked, it would have been like a punt. Here comes the punt. This one, a low line drive that has return written all over it. Walsh out to the 45, takes to the 47 before he is peeled backwards and down. Tackle on special teams made by Pat Sullivan.
Well, the reason it had return written all over it because Pat Walsh is running forward when he catches the football. Your eye on the ball played today.
1st and 10 out of the Wildcat formation, and again just over the 50-yard line. Carry on the play for St. Rita by Travis Starks. Everybody's going to the Wildcat from time to time, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Pretty soon it's just going to be a normal, regular, every play formation.
You're not going to need a quarterback. They will go to it again as you see Gallic line up in a receiver position to the right. Starks gets the snap. He'll carry it over the 50-yard line, gets turned around at the 47, tries to battle his way for more yardage, and he will be spotted right at the 47-yard line. Brings up 3rd down and 3.
Well, Starks is your running back, and they just snap it directly to Starks, and he goes right up the middle.
Starks came into the game 5 rushing attempts on the season, so almost adding 50% to his total, but he was averaging 11 yards a carry coming into this game.
And it looked like Brother Rice was prepared for that Wildcat formation.
And this time, Gallic will line up as the quarterback. 3rd down and 3. Gallic, low snap, gives to a key, has a blocker, now has to try and push the pile forward on his own. He's turned back at the 46-yard line, so it's going to be 4th down and 2. Let's go down in the field. Here's Mark Kruger.
All right, Jim Blaney, thank you very much. Joanna Key with that touchdown in that first quarter. You know, he's not only a very good football player, but he's an accomplished wrestler as well, and he credits a lot of what he does on the wrestling mat carries over to the football field. He talks about balance and stamina. And, Jim, he's one of those backs where as the game goes on, he is going to get better and better and better. Kind of reminds me of Robert Newhouse of the Dallas Cowboys and, of course, one Barry Sanders of the Detroit Lions. Back to you, Jim.
Mark, I like the Robert Newhouse comparison. That's a good observation, but I also think the reason why he's able to wear him down is because of his offensive line. 4th down and 3 for St. Rita. Make it 4th and 2 from the 46. And a flag will go down, and we have too much time. And now you would certainly expect St. Rita to punt it away.
Yeah.
St. Rita has been able to pin Brother Rice deep in their own territory, so Gallic comes off the field, and now they'll punt it away.
Let's see if they get to kick the ball to Walker or if they try to kick it away.
Martez Walker by himself at his 15-yard line, and they will kick it to him. Although it's a very high kick, good coverage, and he has called for a fair catch, and he will do so right at the top of the penalty area.
Boy, what a great kick for a high school. That was a big-time kick.
You know, that's if there's one thing that has really improved at these two schools in these resurgence of these two programs, they now annually have some of the better kicking games that we see in high school football because Kenny and I talk about it all the time. If you're with us on Friday nights, is the kicking game is just the big question mark for a lot of schools. 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Brother Rice still only down by a touchdown. And they'll try the left side of the formation with Martez Walker coming from the outside, and he did not get anywhere in that carry. No gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
And, of course, Jim, this game is also being streamed live on WCIU.com. So if you know somebody at work or out of town and they want to see some great high school football all around the world, www.wciu.com. Get on the phone, call them up, tell them to watch high school football all over the world. Great coverage here on MeTV. Nobody covers football and high school sports like we do.
And this time, the Crusaders will try the left side of the formation.
Christopher Sims.
Andrew Walker, and Chris Sims comes up and makes the tackle.
What a great athletic play by Christopher Sims. And Jim, when I say Christopher Sims, what do you think of? Here it is again. Watch the right side of your screen. Watch number 47, untouched. Chris Sims hits him right high, brings him down. Another angle of it. Chris Sims comes in with a nice pop.
Campagna forced it inside, and now 3rd down and long again for Brother Rice. Rowan is in trouble. He's going to have to scramble, puts it up, has a man in the middle of the field, and it will be short of a 1st down. Good job of scrambling around by Rowan to try and find somebody open in the middle of the field. He did indeed find somebody open, got it to Pat Sullivan, but the St. Rita defense, well, they're marking it a 1st down. I thought it was short. Boy, they got all the way out to the 29-yard line.
He got all the way out to the 29-yard line before Chris Sims brings him down. Here's again off the play action. Boy, he was in trouble. Now he just puts it up, and they're going to mark this as a 1st down.
Wow.
Sims tries to bring him back, but they get a pretty good spot. That is a very good spot.
Yeah, that is the definition of the word generous.
Watch where Sims hits him and brings him down.
1st down and 10 for Brother Rice. Rowan back to pass, throws it quickly. Threw it behind his intended target. That was Martez Walker. Spun around, made the catch, picked up about 3 on the play.
Here it is again. This is going to be a pickup of 4 yards, Jim. You swing it out to Walker, and they're going to pick up 4. But I'm going to tell you what, Jim. With this big crowd, I'm going to head downstairs and talk to you from the field as I get ready for halftime.
As usual, I will carry the load for you. Good coverage on the play by Michael Parker. 2nd down and 6 for Brother Rice. They're trying to get some kind of drive going. Martez Walker, left side, made a little bit of initial surge before Sims came over and got it. There's maybe a gain of 1 yard on the play. That will make it 3rd down and about 5. So Brother Rice now, again, facing 3rd and relatively long yardage to try and keep this drive going with 3:22 remaining in the second quarter. Rowan and his teammates trying to keep it alive. They've picked up one first down in this drive so far. They need a second one. Weber comes out wide to the right. Martez Walker lines up in the slot to the right. And that is the wide side of the field. Rowan, he'll roll that way. Looking downfield, Weber. Ball was thrown a little short, and we have a flag thrown as well. So Rowan wanted to go to Weber, who sat down a little bit in front of the coverage, but maybe ran it a little bit too far upfield, and Rowan couldn't get to him. He was definitely far enough, Weber was, for first down yardage. Wouldn't have mattered anyway because the play is coming back. It's going to be a penalty on Brother Rice. And you would certainly expect the Mustangs to decline, and they do, so that brings up 4th down and 5 from the 34-yard line with 2:57 remaining. And the Mustangs have all 3 of their timeouts left, so they have plenty of time to try and take it down the field before halftime. Ball thrown just a little bit short for Weber. Couldn't make the play. Yeah, Weber may have run that route just about a yard too far up the field. Patrick Walsh back to receive the punt again for St. Rita. That one will be short. It's going to hit about the 43-yard line, and the Mustangs will just let it roll. And they'll be more than happy to take over 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line with 2:47 remaining in the second quarter. Packed house here in the south side tonight, 79th and Western. Gallick in the shotgun, has 3 receivers out to his right side. Akey moves up alongside him to his left. Akey gets the carry. Right side, had a hole, got through it quickly. Takes it up to the 46-yard line. He was dragged down by Rogers.
Well, Jim,
I'm about 4 on the play, 2nd and 6, Kenny.
Yeah, well, I'm down here. I've made it down on the field, Jim. What a beautiful night down here, but a lot of people here at St. Rita with 2:25 to go, and the Mustangs up by a score of 7-0. As you take a look at Akey, the outstanding running back for St. Rita.
Yakum is by himself out to the left. Gallick in the shotgun. Looking for Yakum, has him. Throw is on time and on the money and incomplete. It was knocked out of there right after it had gone into the hands of Yakum. Ryan McGaha with a nice play. Now those are the people that are just lined up at the north end of the field, have decided it's better to stand at the fence in the north end of the field and try and find a seat.
Well, I don't think there's any seats remaining, Jim. Not from down here where I am.
Now the bread and butter play that St. Rita has gone to they can count on is that quick throw to Yakum. Now they do something different here. They put Gorski, the big tight end, all the way out wide to the left. 3rd down and 6 with 2:05 remaining. Gallick back to throw, has time, throws, has his man complete at the 50-yard line. Pass is complete, and more yardage for the Mustangs. Mitchell Saffold, a nice catch, carries it up to the 41-yard line. Clock stops because the chains will move, 1:57 remaining.
Well, Jim, not just a nice catch by Saffold, but watch the spin move after he gets the reception. Now watch the move right here. Oops. Thank you very much. I'll pick up a couple of more yardage. And Saffold with not only the nice reception, but also the nice spin move. Here it is again. Now watch the move. I like the spin move by Saffold.
1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Gallick, play fake, looking downfield, has a man wide open middle of the field. Yakum has it. Touchdown, St. Rita. 41-yard touchdown pass. Gallick to Yakum. He ran straight up the middle of the field by the Brother Rice defenders, who had been held by the play fake to Akey. 13-0 St. Rita.
Well, the key there, Jim, is the play fake, as you call it, because that will freeze the linebacker, and the safeties went for the fake as Yakum was wide open. He just walked into the end zone down here by me, untouched. I think the closest guy to him was me. Here it is again, off the play fake. Everybody freezes. Now he's wide open. And look, nobody in the screen. I was probably the closest guy to him. I started to go over and tackle him.
Sometimes the hardest throw for a quarterback is when you have a guy that wide open. And Gallick delivers it on the money. Kick is up and good. The Mustangs, 1:32 before the end of the half. They're leading Brother Rice 14-0.
And, Jim, you should see the scramble for the football. Down here in the end zone, the little kids are going for the scramble. But here's the replay. Off the play fake, everybody on the defense freezes. And look at Yakum, wide open behind the defense, and not a white shirt in sight. Easy touchdown
for St. Rita.
Well executed play by the Mustangs. Mustangs will kick it off. They have kept it away from Martez Walker all night in the kicking game. Arvison is back there as well. They did get it to Arvison the last time they kicked off. And they will go to Arvison again. Nice kick. They put it exactly where they wanted to the 21-yard line. Instead, the kick taken by Connor Healy for Brother Rice. He comes out to the 27-yard line. And Crusaders have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 27, and one of the Mustangs is down on the field. The St. Rita Mustangs, they were the Catholic League Blue champions last year in what was by far the toughest conference in the state of Illinois. All the teams made the playoffs. And to give you an indication how difficult this conference is, one of the members of this conference, the Providence Celtics, all 9 of their opponents this year made the playoffs last season. On 1st down, Crusaders trying to scratch out some yardage up the middle of the field. Gain of about 2 on the play. It will be 2nd down and 8, as the carry that time was Andrew Walker.
And coming up from the bottom of the pile is your linebacker, Christopher Sims.
Todd Kuska on the sidelines. Has to be very happy with the way his team has played here in the first half. The offense has scored a couple of touchdowns. The defense has only given up 1 first down.
Hey, Jim, how long would it be before I mentioned that Christopher Sims' mom was my high school girlfriend?
And she is a very wise woman, Kenny.
Yeah. Donna Sims. She was Donna Bennett back in high school at Cathedral.
Minute to go. 2nd down and about 7. They'll pitch it. This is Martez Walker, left side, has a little room, got a block on the outside, cuts it over. Now he's in a race to the corner of the end zone. Walker to the 30. He's trying to get the angle to the 20. He is inside the 10, and he's hauled out of bounds to the 5 with 28 seconds remaining. Big run for Martez Walker.
Boy, Jim, from down here, I thought he was in, but when you called that block, that was a crucial block.
63-yard gain of the play.
Well, all night they've been kicking the ball away from Walker. There you saw why. Here it is on the pitch to the outside, but watch the block. You called the block, Jim, right there. There's your key block. Then he cuts it back to the inside, and then is off to the races. 63 yards for the sophomore. This young man is going to be very special for the Crusaders.
Crusaders have 27 seconds remaining. They have all their timeouts. Martez Walker is wing left. That's him in motion. And Rowan goes down the line, handed it off, and Andrew Walker didn't get very far. As a matter of fact, he probably lost 2 yards in the play. Timeout, Brother Rice.
Yeah, Brother Rice is going to use their timeouts now. He lost a couple. Good job of pursuit there by the Mustang defense.
Let's go back to the run by Martez Walker, Kenny.
Well, here it is again, Jim, right into your living room, the pitch. But watch the block right there. You get that block, then he gets to cut back to the inside. Then it's just off to the races. He tries to get that angle before he's finally brought down inside of the 10-yard line. As you take a look at the giant crowd, Jim, and there may be 5,000 people in the end zone down here. There are people everywhere.
2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. Martez Walker is wing to the right. He goes in motion. He'll get the handoff. Bounces it left. Tries to get outside. Got to about the 4-yard line before he was turned around. Timeout, Brother Rice. With 16 seconds left. 3rd and goal coming up.
And again, Christopher Sims with a great job of pursuit. He would not let Walker turn the corner, Jim. If Walker turns that corner, you're asking for trouble. But Sims, again, with a great job of lateral movement. Here it is again now. Off Walker in motion. Now watch Sims, number 47 to your screen. He would not let him turn that corner. Great job of pursuit by the linebackers from the men in the red, the St. Rita Mustangs. And we're going to have another timeout called by the Crusaders of Brother Rice. Beautiful job of pursuit, not letting Walker turn that corner. If he turns that corner, you're asking for trouble.
3rd down and goal from the 5. Rowan. He keeps. He rolls. He has a man in the end zone. Touchdown, Brother Rice. A beautiful strike into the back of the end zone, and Brother Rice is right back in the game. Touchdown pass, just dead on the money. He found number 6, the tight end, Colin Shepard. And we have a flag Did somebody move before the ball was snapped?
Yeah, that flag came down right before the snap.
Are they cooking state burgers over there on the Brother Rice side?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, when the touchdown was scored, I don't know if it was like some kind of fireworks is on the Brother Rice side during the celebration. So I don't know, like a little smoke bomb, like it's part of the celebration.
I would, you know what? At this point of the game, I would kick it.
I would too.
But an interesting play, because essentially St. Rita gets a second chance to block it, or we all know that's the smoke we were talking about a moment ago. You can see it from that angle very, very well.
Yeah, it's on the Brother Rice sideline, part of the celebration from the touchdown.
So through the clouds, kneeling, and that was nearly blocked. That was close.
Close, but it counts.
That was Javier Green coming flying in from the left side of the formation, but Nealon gets it. And just like that, Brother Rice back within a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to kick it too high. You don't want to give them a chance to return it.
There's the knuckler, and St. Rita on the return. Picking up the football for the Mustangs is Daniel Collins, who will take it out to the 32-yard line. 5.8 left, so maybe we'll get a look at Gallick's arm. Halftime at Toyota Park, and Mount Carmel leading Fenwick by a score of 21-7. And that is a Catholic League Blue game, Fenwick and the Catholic Blue this year.
And, of course, we will see Mount Carmel and Brother Rice live only here on MeTV and WCIU.com on Friday, October 9th.
Mount Carmel has given up, 65 points in 2 games, Kenny? Is that the number?
Something like that.
A lot. It's a lot.
A lot for Mount Carmel.
But they're 2-0. And Gallick, instead of working the arm out, he will take a knee, and that will end the first quarter. So a very interesting first quarter. St. Rita able to grind out first downs and yardage, pick up a couple of touchdowns, but a late run by Martez Walker put Brother Rice on the St. Rita 5, and then on third down, a nice pass from Mike Rowan to Colin Shepard in the back of the end zone, and St. Rita goes to the locker room leading Brother Rice by a score of 14-7. And the Brother Rice Crusaders gather in the one end zone to talk it over. Let's go down to the field. Here's Mark Kruger.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. Here with Coach Kuska. And, Coach, last week, Brother Rice scores 49 points. You hold them tonight to only 7 in the first half. You have to be pretty pleased.
Well, we're pleased with our effort. We let them get that big play for a score late, so we wish we wouldn't have done that. But pleased with the defensive effort right now. Offense, we're doing some things. We like what we've got. It's a ball game out there. It's Catholic League football.
Before the game, you said you'd like to have some balance offensively. Well, you had a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown, so that's pretty good balance.
Yeah, well, we knew, if they load up the box to stop Jawan, we can throw the ball. We got receivers, and Rob's a good quarterback. We can make some good things happen. So hopefully we can keep that going.
Good luck, Coach.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Jim, back upstairs to you.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. We are at halftime here in our game of the week. St. Rita leading Brother Rice by a score of 14-7, and we are back with more action on your home for live high school sports in a moment. You're watching the game of the week on MeTV.
Hi, welcome to St. Rita High School. My name is Ed Weiser, Director of Admissions here at St. Rita. I wanted to take a moment and invite all of our 8th graders out there to spend a shadow day here at St. Rita this fall. We know that it'll be a very unique fall for all of the schools, but we will be open here at Rita for shadow days, and our schedule is announced on our website. So come by one of these days and check out our school for an inside look as a shadow here at St. Rita. We also have great personal tour options, and you'll hear from Coach Russell about that next. Go Mustangs!
Hello everyone, my name is Roshan Russell. I'm a proud 2008 graduate of St. Rita High School. I'm the Director of Enrollment and Head Varsity Basketball Coach. I want to take this time to invite you to sign up for a personal tour here at St. Rita. We offer tours around the clock. We feel like it's one of the best ways to learn about our great institution. Our goal is when you leave to make sure that all your questions are answered. I also want to encourage you to check out our calendar of events, and you'll hear more about that from our Assistant Director of Admissions, Mike Swanson.
Hi, I'm Mike Swanson, Assistant Admissions Director here at St. Rita High School. This fall, we have a lot of exciting events planned for prospective students. So check us out at stritaHS.com for our full calendar of events, and you can see the mini open houses we have planned and the specialty nights that are new this year, highlighting things like academics, athletics, fine arts, and student life. So again, visit stritahs.com and click on the admissions tab. Come and check us out on campus. We'd love to see you here soon.
Back at St. Rita High School, Jim Blaney along with Kenny McReynolds. Mark Kruger down on the sidelines, about ready to get the kick to start the second half.
Yeah,
Kenny, where St. Rita leads 14-7.
Yeah, I've made it back upstairs, Jim, and neither team has started in their own territory in the first half. The best start was St. Rita on their own 49-yard line in the first half. And that right there is Donna Sims. You heard me talk about my high school girlfriend? There she is, Donna Sims, the mother of outstanding linebacker Chris Sims.
You were way out over your skis on that one, my friend.
Well, you know, it's a good thing to have a girlfriend in high school. The bad thing is she's the first one to dump you.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. Long kick, and it will bounce into the end zone. And boy, that was a strange one. McKee knew once it went into the end zone that it was a touchback, but that ball almost bounced back out of the end zone before it broke the plane. And that's basically what it is. Once it breaks the plane of the goal line in high school football, it's a touchback.
Boy, that was strange because it looked like it was going to bounce back before it broke the plane.
Now, the Brother Rice defense will have good field position to work with as St. Rita opens on their own 20, but this is a spot where Brother Rice, if they really want to set themselves up to tie this game up, they need a stop early on this series. Gallick brings the Mustangs out. Gallick is back to pass. He throws and had the pass complete to the 25-yard line, but as soon as the completion was made, Luke Turner had one of the defenders right all over him, so it's a gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Just a little short two-step drop looking for Luke Turner. Here's Turner, boy, he's covered as soon as he catches the ball, Jim. You're right. He had nowhere to go because he had a man draped all over him. Ryan McGaha was all over him.
Most of the passes thrown tonight by Gallick have been two-step drops. They did it again there. Second down and 5.
Yes, they did.
Gallick trying to get the Crusaders to jump, and he may have gotten them. And it is on second down and about 4.5. That's going to be enough for a first down.
It's going to be enough for a first down by about a half yard. Long count, tried to get them to jump, and they did.
It will be a first down by about the length of the football. No turnovers by either team during that opening half. And for as hard-hitting as Catholic League football can be, that's a little bit of a surprise. Although, with as rare as these teams throw the football, usually turnovers in the Catholic League are fumbles. Gallick has a key with him in the backfield. First down and 10 from the St. Rita 30. Gallick drops back, pump fakes, goes down the field. Yakum, that pass a little bit long. Second and 10 coming up.
Yeah, a little bit long from Yakum. Had to pump fake, but Yakum just was nowhere in sight. Just a little bit too much arm underneath the pass.
Yakum has been the main target. He has 3 receptions in the game tonight. And if you want to, we've already stated it's a big series on defense for Brother Rice, but this may be the biggest play in the series right here, because if you can get a good stop here and put them third and long, you certainly improve your chances of getting off the field. 3 receivers out to the left for St. Rita.
Remember, the last couple of times they went 3 to the left. They threw the ball to the right.
Akee moves up the field, spins off the initial hit. It was a great stop by Jake Mahalik, but Akee with a good second effort to spin off of him and carry it out to the 35. So it's third down and 5 coming up.
Well, Mahalik did everything he was supposed to do. He stayed low. He drove his man right in the middle. But the one thing that Akee loves to do, Jim, is spin. It was just a tremendous job after the initial hit, spinning away from the defender.
Students on the Brother Rice sideline cheering their team on.
Hey, Access Community Health Network.
Third down and 5. Gallick in the shotgun with 4 receivers. Everybody goes out, delivers the football. Yakum's going to have to do some work to get a first. He did not get there. Driven out of bounds before he could pick up the first down. He was just grabbed onto and driven out of bounds by Steve McGinnis. One of the most important things you need to do to get your kids ready to go back to school is to get the physical. And Access Community Health will grab it back and certainly help you out with that physical. And the ball rolls dead and out of bounds just inside the Brother Rice 30-yard line. So Brother Rice has the ball, only down by 1 score. So for all the problems they have had moving the football so far tonight, they now have it in their hands with a chance to drive down and maybe get a tying score. They would like to get one of those. Martez Walker goes in motion. He'll get the handoff. Walker ran into one of his own blockers, kept his feet moving, turns out about 3 yards to the 33-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Rowan has Sullivan immediately behind him. Rowan drops back, quick pass outside, and did not quite get it into the hands of Jim Weber. The pass is a little bit short, so now it's 3rd down, and, well, on the board it says 7, and that's what we'll call it, 3rd down. Brother Rice, 2 out of 7 on 3rd down. Rowan looking for the screen. They finally have it set up. Gets it into the hands of Sullivan. He'll have a 1st down out to the 43-yard line.
Boy, big play by Sullivan. Tremendous play by Sullivan.
Rowan was waiting and waiting and waiting for that screen to set up, and finally it came to be.
Well, you have to give the offensive line credit to Jim because he was able to wait for so long. Look at the protection he has, and then you set up the screen, and there's no red shirts in the picture right there, and they come up with the big 1st down. And again, look at the protection he has. He has plenty of time to set up that screen for the Crusaders' 1st down.
Weber comes out wide to the left on 1st down. Martez Walker stays out to the right. Sullivan will carry right side. And it looks like he got about 4 yards before he was forced out of bounds, just shy of midfield. So Pat Sullivan becoming involved with Brother Rice offense. Sullivan, 5'11", 190-pound senior.
Well, he's been a workhorse here in the 3rd quarter.
And for the first time in this game, Brother Rice consistently moving the football on a drive. 2nd and 4 coming up. Again, it's Weber out to the left. Martez Walker goes in motion one way. Rowan hands it off to the second man through. That was Andrew Walker. He gets close to another 1st down. I think he might be just a little bit short. A whole pile of St. Rita Mustangs meet him at the point of attack.
Right at the bottom of the pile, you see 47 there, Chris Sims, but he's going to be short of the 1st down.
Clock running, 7:55 remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
He's a lot closer than I thought. That was a pretty generous spot.
3rd down and 1. Rowan comes up under center. Walker in motion. Sullivan got the handoff, and the way the officials are moving in from the outside, it appears he has the 1st down at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, he just needed maybe less than a yard.
The way these Catholic League games work out, many times it's an offensive lineman because eventually one side wears the other down.
Yep.
Brother Rice, a little bit of momentum on offense. Martez carries it to the side, got around a couple of men down to the secondary for St. Rita, spun back at the 33-yard line. He was taken down by Chris Sims, and Sims a little bit slow to get up, but another 1st down for the Crusaders.
Boy, but what a great block there by Walker. Andrew Walker with the block. Now, here it is again, off the pitch. Now, watch the block right here by Walker. Coming right to your screen. Walker right there with the block. That frees him up for the big yardage and the 1st down. Shots by our crew, led by Fred Weintraub and Frank Vance, our director.
Walker 6 yards of 100, and this time, right side, ball comes out, and the Mustangs say they have it, and they do. The Crusaders had a drive going. They lay it on the turf, and it's recovered by the St. Rita Mustangs. Michael Parker came out of the pile last.
Here it is again. Yeah, handed off to Walker. He never got control of the ball. He never had the football. On the handoff attempt, he never had the ball. Never had the ball. A little mix-up on the handoff.
And the ball was recovered by number 42 for St. Rita, Brendan Garrett.
Garrett. Here it is again. See, he never had the ball. Never had the ball.
And now the Mustangs spread it out all over the field. Double slot, double wide. Gallup, he'll drop straight back. 3-man rush up the field, has a completion, and has a man running free in the secondary. Right on the money, down the field. 6 points for Mitchell Safford, his 2nd catch of the game. A 70-yard scoring play that puts the Mustangs up 20-7.
Nice block downfield by Luke Turner.
Boy, Gallic got rid of that football in a hurry.
It's a game of big plays, Jim.
And that pass right up the hash marks.
It's a game of big plays. Here it is again, out of the shotgun. Nothing fancy. They had 4 wide out. And here it is again. You get to Stafford. Boy, what a nice cut in. Here, now watch the block downfield by Turner. Right here, watch the 4. Now watch Turner block. Right there. Walks in for it, the touchdown.
Extra point is up, and it is good. So 2 plays ago, Brother Rice on the march, looking like they might be moving toward a tying touchdown. They put the ball in the turf, recovered by the Mustangs. 1 play, 70 yards. The ball is in the end zone, and St. Rita up by 2 scores.
Mitchell Stafford, here it is again. Gets the ball. Now watch the move here. He'll cut back right there. Then he'll cut back to the right. And then he's going for the angle. Then he gets the block. And you look at Luke Turner looking for someone to hit. Turner with the block and the easy touchdown. Here's the block from ground level. Here's your big block right here. Boom. Touchdown. And all the youngsters in the south end zone, they love it.
6:20 remaining in the third quarter. Rob Gallic in the game, 8 out of 11 for 154 yards, and he has 2 touchdown passes and 21 total push-ups now for the St. Rita cheerleaders.
Not easy to do. I know I couldn't do 21. Maybe you can do the 1.
Saffold feeling good, and he ought to, because that ball was delivered right on time, on stride, and he made 1 move and he was gone.
Off to the races, and only a junior.
We got a lot of seniors coming up, patting you on the back, and that's a good feeling when you're an underclassman.
Of course, I never had that feeling when I played ball, but
they will continue to keep it away from Martez Walker. Ball taken by one of the up men, and that was Connor Healy. He'll carry it up to the 42-yard line, and that is where it's 1st and 10. Gets credit for a 70-yard touchdown pass in that play. He only threw it 20 yards. Saffold took it the other 50. Brother Rice now, they have to have a score on this drive. Gallic feeling pretty good.
How soon do you think it would be before Brother Rice puts the ball in the air?
I don't think they have to yet. I mean, a lot of the strategy going forward gets determined by what they do on this drive. If they can score on this drive, they're only down by a score, and then they just turn it back over to the hands of their defense. Rowan brings his team up. He's got Sullivan and Andrew Walker in the backfield behind him. They've gone double tight. Rowan rolls out to the right, throws, and that is on the money, and that is complete. Jim Weber makes the catch inside the St. Rita 40-yard line. They'll mark it to 38, 1st and 10, and Brother Rice on the march again.
Well, that's a nice catch by Weber. Here it is again, rolling over to the right. Now watch Weber going down as he's going down.
Martez Walker in motion. He'll do a fake. Rowan keeps, runs, and he'll have some yardage. He's up to the 30-yard line. Actually, the 31-yard line before he's knocked down. So a little bit of a different look. Ron McNamara came up and made the stop.
Well,
but it's a gain of 8 on the play, Kenny, 2nd and 3.
Yeah, how tough is Rowan? Because he was right at the sideline, and instead of going out of bounds, Jim, he decided to cut back into the field and pick up a couple extra yards and take the hit.
Mike Rowan, a senior, he knows it's time to make plays. Brother Rice needing a score on this drive, and they have the ball on the march. It's about the point of the field where their last drive ended. Pitch, Sullivan goes around the right corner, and he got to the sideline and across the down marker. So he has a 1st down. Brother Rice with another set of downs.
Well, he just dove for that sideline marker. Won't see anywhere else except here on MeTV.
Rowan back to throw. Middle of the field has a completion. This is Martez Walker trying to get to the outside. Could not. But he's inside the 10-yard line down to the 9. 1st and goal for Brother Rice. What a clutch drive by the Crusaders.
What a clutch drive by the Crusaders, Jim. But they're doing it in the air. He was just able to get this ball off. Here it is again. Now watch. He just gets this away. And the man they want to get the ball to is Walker because he's a speed demon. Things happen when he has the football. Nice cutback move before he's brought down at the 9-yard line. But they're getting this drive going, Jim, by putting the ball into the air. Here it is again, right across the middle of the field. And when Walker gets the ball, he's extremely dangerous.
Rowan back under center. And a busted play. Rowan stays on his feet. He ends up taking it down to about the 4-yard line. Joe Campagna makes the tackle.
They didn't know what they wanted to do. It looked like he wanted to hand the ball off to Walker, and he didn't take it.
That was a strange-looking play, to say the least.
But they picked up a couple of yards, so they'll take it.
Clock running. We're about 3.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 7th play of the drive now of a march that started at the Brother Rice 42. They're down by 2 touchdowns. Weber goes out to the right. Rowan. He'll lead the block. Sullivan got smacked in the backfield. It's a loss of 5 yards on the play. What a huge hit. One of the harder hits you are ever going to see. Delivered by number 36, Nicholas Robles.
Watch Nicholas Robles. Your quarterback is leading the blocks, but nobody blocks Robles. He comes in untouched. Here it is again. Here's your pitch. The quarterback leading the block, but nobody blocks Robles. He comes in untouched. And watch it, Jim. A ball carrier, a tackler with no blocking.
Right.
That is a corner's dream.
3rd down and goal from the 10-yard line.
Robles comes up from the linebacker spot. Boy, that's a dream come true.
Rowan in the shotgun, looking, finding nothing. He's got a lot of room. If he can put on a move, he might be able to win the corner, and he gets close. Did he get in? Yes, touchdown, Brother Rice. Rowan had everything breaking down around him, but he looked up and he saw all sorts of territory and one man to beat. He did. Touchdown, Brother Rice.
Javier Green tried to keep him out of the end zone, but he breaks the play. You make your call at home. Here it is again, going back, and Jim, he decides there's nothing there. He has a lot of room, but now, watch Green right here, tries to bring him up down, spin him around. Does he get to the plane? Yes, he does.
Actually, Green kind of held him up. Green was trying to swing him out of bounds and stopped his momentum, and that allowed Rowan to reach out with a football. Watch this.
Yeah, Green holds him up, and all he has to do is have the ball break the plane.
Kneeling on to attempt the extra point. And it is good.
How did he get that off? That was almost blocked.
Key and Travis Starks are deep to receive.
Don't be surprised if they kick away from Aki.
They try to drive it to the end zone, and it won't get there. Starks has it at the 2. Starks right at the hash marks to get going. Has a little bit of room to work with. Starks out to the 40-yard line. He's finally dragged down at the 44-yard line.
And we have a Crusader down at the 20-yard line.
Dan Frame with the tackle on the play.
Travis Starks with a big kickoff return. Something that St. Rita needed because Brother Rice, you can feel the momentum switching over to the Brother Rice side after that nice drive for the touchdown.
Outstanding field position for the Mustangs now, as it's their turn to try and see if they can get the lead back up to 2 scores.
Well, let me play coach right here. I go for the one big play. And you know, I'm a big play type of guy. I go for one big play right off the bat here.
They line up Yakum in the slot to the right. Gallup gives to Key. He'll try left tackle, and he'll gain about 5 yards out to the 49-yard line. 2nd and 5 coming up. Mark Kruger, what do you have for us?
All right, Jim, thank you very much. You know, tonight's game certainly will probably be the topic of conversation for the Thanksgiving dinner at the Gallup family. You take a look at Rob Gallup, the other quarterback for St. Rita. His cousin, you guessed it, the offensive lineman for Brother Rice, Andy Gallup, heading to the University of Illinois. Jim, back to you.
Yeah, and Andy Gallup may have the toughest job in the football field tonight because he is the guy that has to block Bruce Gaston, or at least attempt to.
Yeah, that's not an easy job.
2nd down and 5. I formation for St. Rita. They go with the slot right. Aki, left side, got tripped up from behind, got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard out of the play, but it's going to be 3rd down and about 5.
Well, again, you know, he may have picked up a yard, Jim, but he was tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. This young man just never quits. Every time he's hit, he just keeps going and going and going.
Key, 14 carries in the game, 50 yards. So the Crusaders have really done a pretty decent job on it.
Well, this is a guy that had rushed for 514 yards
in 2 games.
In 2 games and 9 touchdowns.
And last year, he rushed for 1,200 yards, and he only started 5 games. Quick pass. Yakum forced back inside, hopped around a tackler, gets the first down to the 45-yard line of Brother Rice. He was taken down by Jake Mahalik.
Well, a nice hop over the tackler to get that first down before Mahalik brings him down. Here it is again, Jim. Now watch the way he'll just leap over the tackler and say, you know what? I'll just jump right over you. Nice move before Mahalik comes down and brings him down from behind as he just hopped over Pete Wayford.
Rob Gallick, he gets rid of the ball so quickly that sometimes it comes out of there wobbling a little bit, but he knows he just got to get it out quickly. He's done that very well tonight. He's 9 out of 12 for 159 yards. A key out of the I formation. Goes up the middle. Got a couple of yards on second effort alone. He was hit by Shannon Rogers at the line. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that should just about do it for this quarter.
St. Rita certainly will not run another play. They have the lead. They will let the time run out. Robert Gallick and the Mustangs have it going in their direction, but it seems every time they get a little bit of a cushion, Brother Rice comes right back and makes the fans for St. Rita a little bit uneasy. Our score at the end of 3 quarters, St. Rita 21, Brother Rice 14. We're back with more action on your home for live high school sports. You're watching the game of the week on MeTV. 4th quarter coming up here at 79th and Western. We're at St. Rita High School, Pat Cronin Field. 12 minutes to go. Who knows? Maybe a little more. 21-14, St. Rita leads Brother Rice. Jim Blaney along with Kenny McReynolds and Mark Kruger.
Yeah, you know, if St. Rita wins, this would be Todd Kuska's 100th victory. Only the second coach in Rita history to reach 100 wins.
Gallick in the shotgun on 2nd down and 9. He'll look, he'll throw, he delivers, has a completion. Yakum just across the 40-yard line to about the 39. It will bring up 3rd down and 4. St. Rita 4 out of 8 converting 3rd down so far in this game. And, of course, we mentioned a little bit ago that Brother Rice started out 2 for their first 7, but now they've gone 3 out of 3. And a huge 3rd down coming up right here. Although I would have to think if they get a couple of yards in this play, it would be awfully tempting to go 4-4.
Yeah, I don't know.
3 receivers out to the left. Saffold is one of the guys out there. He has a long touchdown catch in this game. Instead, a key goes up the middle, and on 2nd effort, he looks like he will have the first down as he goes across the 35-yard line by about a foot, and the marker was right at the 35.
And he has Connor Healy draped all over. They have 3 out wide to the left of your screen, but you give it to your running back, the workhorse. This young man has just been absolutely superb, Jim, as you have Connor Healy wrapped all over him.
Tim Ladd, the big 6'4", 275-pound offensive lineman. A key just grabbed onto the back of his shirt. We had 8 punts between the two teams in the first half. We've had 1 here in the second half. 1st down and 10. Play fake. Looking deep is Gallup trying to get Yakum, and talk about your timing. Right there is Yakum got the football. Connor Healy came over and broke up the play.
Well, nice break up there, too. Here it is again, Jim. He has all kinds of time. Watch how much time he has off the play action fake. It's thrown just a little bit high, though. Just a little bit high, and a lot of contact there by Connor Healy.
2nd down and 10. This has been an interesting game because Brother Rice has been on the ropes a couple of times, but they fought their way back, and they're in it right now.
Well, they bend, but they don't break easily.
Gallup trying to draw the Crusaders off. Did it once earlier, doesn't get it here. Key stops, cuts, and he can't get away from McGinnis.
Right, is that going to be a horse collar?
Flag goes down.
Is it a horse collar or a face mask?
Face mask. Second down, and it looks like about 5 yards. Gallup gives to a key, tries to go up the middle, just nothing there. The Brother Rice defense just standing tall right now, no gain on the play. 3rd down and 5 coming up.
Yeah, Jake Mahalik would not give an inch there as he ran right into Mahalik.
I think this is absolutely you go for it. You use 2 plays here.
Yeah.
Question is, do you try to throw it here or do you try to throw it on fourth down?
I think you throw it on fourth.
19 carries, 59 yards for a key, and that's a hair more than 3 yards a carry.
Boy, you good at that math, aren't you?
Because I have Tom Bonnet.
Oh, okay.
Luke Turner is out to the right. Yakim is out to the left. A key. Right side. Stays on his feet. Taken down. He's short of the first down. Fourth down and 2 coming up.
Boy, but he's so close. And the way that offensive line is capable of playing, you have a key who is a superstar running back. You got to go for it, I think.
Yeah, I think this is one of those times where you say to your guys, all right, are we as good as we think we are?
And if you don't make it, still a long way to go for the Crusaders.
Yeah, I mean, you give your defense a little bit of room to work with if you don't make it. Fourth down and 2 from the Brother Rice 47-yard line.
And McNamara comes in the backfield, your linebacker.
So the jumbo package is in. Gallup hands to a key, right side, has a first down and more. Spins his way down inside the 20-yard line. First down, St. Rita.
Boy, you put your linebacker in the backfield there to open up a couple of holes. And this young man just loves to spin.
He has had to battle for every single yard he has gotten tonight, but he picks up a big first down here. Ball sitting on the 19-yard line. Gallup gives to a key. Into the middle of the line, kept his feet moving, pops out the other side, down to the 12-yard line. Gain of 7 yards on the play.
Well, he came in averaging over 200 yards a game, so he's not going to get that kind of yardage tonight, Jim, but what he does do is get the big crucial yards when you need it. That's what's so impressive about him.
78 yards in the game, looking a little gassed, but also looking like he knows that if he can stay in there and get it into the end zone, he might get the rest of the night off.
And one thing they wanted to do, they being the Mustangs of St. Rita, control the clock.
Second down and 4. And
boy, that was
a false start penalty will be called on St. Rita, and they'll be back up 5.
Well, you had half of the team leaving before the snap. Watch everybody jump before the snap. Everybody just goes. Yeah, look, everybody goes. Oh, yeah, the center picks the ball up and then puts it back down. Don't know if I've ever saw that before. He picked the ball up, put it back down.
Or, that's one of those times when the center forgets the snap count or thought the quarterback called for it and didn't.
Yeah, he picked it up, put it back down, picked it up again.
Second down and 9, the ball back on the 18-yard line. Gallup will drop straight back, swings it out, a key, has it and has room. He has a first down, skips along the sideline, and he's forced out just inside the 5-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds. Well, if he's not going to get you from the running position, he'll just swing out of the backfield, give it to him on the right side, he's wide open there, and then he'll just be pushed out of bounds by Dan Harrington. Here it is again, Jim. He comes out of the backfield wide open, and then he's just so quick, and Harrington just gets a piece of him before he's able to shove him out of bounds.
Ball on the 5-yard line. First and goal from the 5. I formation. Aki goes right side. Really, for St. Rita, the ideal thing here would be to score off the third down because you'd run a lot of time off the clock that way. Ball's down the 2-yard line. Second down and goal.
Well, yeah, they want to keep the clock ticking.
Clock will now run under 7 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Brother Rice needs a big play. They need to get the ball somehow. If they go down by 2 scores, they'll have an awfully tall task in front of them.
Very difficult to come back from 2 scores against the St. Rita team.
So
is the 14th play of the drive.
Aki, right side behind the big guys, goes into the end zone. Touchdown, St. Rita. Second of the game for Aki.
And he did follow the big guys, Jim. He followed Timothy Gordon. He just went right behind Tim Gorski walks into the end zone. This young man is something special.
Gorski is the tight end, number 87. He's listed in the program at 6'1". There is no way he's that short.
There's no way. As you can see Gorski right there, standing his man up. You can see Gorski right there, standing up alone. Malone just stands straight up. Gorski clears out the way, and you have a touchdown by Akeem.
Okay, now the St. Rita guys up here are telling me that either I can't read or there's a typo. Because he's
must
6'7".
be a typo.
Because I'm standing down their field watching. There's no way this guy's 6'1".
Right? Yeah.
6'7".
Yeah, but that's
that I believe.
Yeah, the typo said 6'1".
Yeah.
But all you have to do is look at him on the field. You know.
I mean, last week they were busy. 42 points last week for St. Rita at Morris.
28 tonight. All right, here's your text message results, Jim. I would agree there.
Yeah, and the thing is for Gallic is it's definitely been the running that has been the bread and butter for St. Rita, but Gallic has made a lot of good throws when he had to.
Yep.
And the Mustangs will continue to kick it short, and that is going to be a big return down the sideline by Andrew Walker, so hang on a second.
They don't have much time.
Mike Rowan's going to have to start pitching the football here. Down by 2 scores. Rowan steps outside of the pressure, moves upfield. He'll end up picking up a couple of yards before he's dragged down from behind. Dan Connolly got it.
Connolly grabbed him from behind, but the one thing that's working in favor of St. Rita, that clock continues to move.
It is marching down towards 6 minutes left. We mentioned that St. Rita beat Morris last week, which is really, if you're wondering, that's really kind of a strange matchup. Morris was supposed to play Driscoll last week, but of course Driscoll dropped their football program, so congratulations. You can add St. Rita to your schedule. Morris got kind of thumped in that game. So with 5:47 remaining in the game, Brother Rice down by a couple of touchdowns. Kenny, let's look back on our safe auto keys to the game for Brother Rice.
We thought that we needed to stop the offense of the Mustangs. They really haven't done that. Sort of have shut down the keys. Now I got to get the 200 yards. He's been a great player, sort of, and they have not really created any turnovers.
Yeah, Brother Rice committed the only turnover of this game. 3rd down and 2 from the 30-yard line. Handoff, 1st down, and then some big hole for Martez Walker. He takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Boy, Walker right there, Jim, in the motion, and gets the handoff. And this young man is just absolutely something special. He's only a sophomore.
Let's check the St. Rita keys, Kenny, right quick.
Yeah, well, strong running effort.
Check.
Yes. Controls the clock without question. No turnover.
Check.
And that's why they have the 2-touchdown lead.
Well, they are one stop away from putting this game away, but right now, Brother Rice, the ball 1st and goal on the 10-yard line.
And those were our safe auto keys of the game.
Pitch, Martez Walker trying to get to the outside, still on his feet. Gets to the 10, he just runs out of room. Good job of discipline and defense by Joe Campagna and the rest of the Mustangs.
Boy, you're asking for trouble when you let him turn the corner. Remember, he's only a sophomore.
Mike Rowan rolls out, has some room. Is he going to have to get rid of it? And he's pulled down. What a defensive play.
And not only a great defensive play, but they kept him in bounds.
Joe Campagna, 2nd play in a row.
Boy, watch the way Joe keeps him in bounds. That's the key. See, nothing there. He tries to roll. You're not going to let him turn the corner, A, but B, you keep him in bounds, which is just as important as not letting him turn that corner.
Joe getting a little interest from some pretty good range of schools, some D1s, what used to be 1AAs, and also some Division IIs talking to him about maybe playing football next year. I had a chance to talk with his dad before the game.
And Janet is also here. Janet Johnson is here.
Rowan, jump pass, puts it in the middle of the field, and it did go past the line of scrimmage, so it is an incomplete pass. 4th down coming up. Here's your ball game right here. So it's all on the arm of Mike Rowan right now, and St. Rita will call timeout.
Get the defense set.
Let's go to Mark Kruger, Mark.
Hey, Jim, just to reiterate what you were saying, after the first 2 weeks, perhaps people were saying about the St. Rita offense, hey, you stop Joanna Key, maybe you stop St. Rita. But I think what they proved tonight is that they're more than just a one-dimensional team. I thought Rob Gallup did a great job at quarterback. He stayed within himself. The offensive line did a great job. So they're more than just Joanna Key offensively, Jim. What do you think?
I agree, Mark, and I think Gallup getting rid of the ball quickly and on time. And, he's not standing back in the pocket. He's just getting rid of it quickly. 4th down and goal for the 14. 4:37 left. Brother Rice has to get into the end zone. Roll right. Here comes the rush. Roll in. Taken down by the big guy. Bruce Gaston comes up with a sack on 4th down. And that, in all likelihood, seals a win for St. Rita on a big hit.
We talked about what a great player he is. Bruce Gaston, 6'3", 310. And if he's 310, it's all muscle. He had a free shot. This could be the ball game. Oh, my.
Watch this.
Watch number 90. 2 defenders. He's double-teamed, and all of a sudden gets by the double team and just drives them to the turf. Here it is again. If he's double-teamed, fights off the double team, coming right up the middle, untouched after he's double-teamed. And, that hurts up here. Let's see, can we hear the crunch? Wow.
First down, Akini takes it out past the 35-yard line. Purdue, Iowa, Notre Dame, Arizona, Michigan State, Wisconsin, and probably every other big-time college football program interested in Gaston.
Well, I think the young man will have plenty of options.
Yes. Life is all about creating options, and he certainly has given himself so. First down by Akini, so they'll get things rolling here with the clock again. 4:10 remaining. It has been an impressive performance tonight by the St. Rita offense. Akini bounces off the pile, bounces it outside, and he gets pulled down from behind. And that looked like it might have been a horse collar, but no flags, and Akini ran out of bounds. So he gives Brother Rice at least a little bit of hope for the moment with 3:55 left.
The one thing he wanted to do is stay inbounds.
Yeah.
You don't want to go out of bounds and stop the clock when you have a 2-score lead. But the key thing, Jim, was that last drive with the Mustangs, 8 minutes off the clock. It went 14 plays, and that was great because it took that much time off the clock. No one seems to have left here, this overflow crowd at St. Rita.
Key, 25 carries, now 91 yards. Ball on the 41-yard line, 3:55 left.
If he gets his 100 yards tonight, he's going to earn it.
And he has his 100 yards and more. Into the secondary, and he's finally spun around and thrown down after getting all the way to the 41-yard line of Brother Rice. Connor Healy saved a touchdown.
Well, yeah, that was a touchdown-saving tackle by Connor Healy, who didn't go for the fakes. Here it is again. He'll get his 100 yards right here. He earns his 100 yards right up the middle. But watch Healy. Didn't go for the fakes, and Healy just grabbed him around the waist. And that's how you're taught, Jim, to tackle a guy.
Now Gallick will wait, run some time down, hand off. Akini makes a little check down. It Starks to the 20. Starks trying to embrace the end zone. He does. Touchdown St. Rita. And that'll wrap it up for the Mustangs. They're going to run their record to 3-0.
Connor Healy tried to bring him down. Couldn't catch him. Boy, what a duo in the backfield. You know, you got Starks, who's only a junior. Akini, who's also a junior. Starks shows great speed there.
And 3 of the 5 offensive linemen for St. Rita are juniors. So not only is this a good team this year,
be a good team
next year as well.
And now the cheerleaders have to do at least 34 push-ups.
And the kick is up and good, so the cheerleaders are going to owe 35 push-ups here.
Cheerleaders were probably hoping they would miss the kick. The score may be 35-14, Jim, but that is not indicative of the closeness, I think, the way this game was played and how good this Brother Rice team really is.
St. Rita has broken this game open here in the last few moments. Remember, Brother Rice was driving and had the ball down inside the 10-yard line, trying for a score that would have put them within 1 touchdown. They didn't get it on 4th down, and then 4 plays later, St. Rita puts it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And, Jim, we also want to give a great thank you to Reverend Thomas McCarthy, the president of St. Rita School. We really want to thank him. Is it the same thing as the principal?
you're in charge. That's what it means. You know, there's some other people we want to thank, too, because obviously being September 11th, and I think the most important thing on this day is to people to remember the firefighters, the police officers that do such a great job day in and day out. And these two schools, not just the parents of the football players, but the parents of a lot of kids in the student body, they are firefighters and policemen. And it's you see a lot of fire department shirts and police officer shirts in the crowd tonight. Just a good night to say thank you to the police officers and the firefighters all around the Chicagoland area who do such a great job and serve us. And when we run into problems, are there to help us out. So a thank you to them on September 11th.
Well, they were not going to let Martez Walker get to the sideline. He was trying to get out of bounds, and they didn't care how much yardage he gains. They just were not going to let him get out of bounds.
Okay, it's only the third week of the high school football season, but one of the things you and I talk about every year is looking at teams that have the makeup of a team that is still going to be able to do what they do best when the weather gets bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have to say St. Rita, because they play obviously very good defense. And they also have a running attack and a quarterback that not necessarily has the biggest arm in the world, but just knows how to make plays to keep a drive alive. St. Rita looks to me like a team that has all those parts. The flag goes down on the play. This one's coming back.
Yeah, that's going to come back. It's either going to be a hold or a block in the back. Take your pick. Yeah, you can take your pick. That's either a hold or a block in the back.
And St. Rita is used to playing a lot of games in the postseason. The senior class, they have played a full 14-game schedule, which is the most games you can play in high school in Illinois. They've done it 2 out of the 3 years they've been at St. Rita. So that's almost like getting an extra year of football under your belt by playing 10 extra playoff games in 2 years, and then they got to the quarterfinals last year. So this senior group for St. Rita, they are very experienced, especially in playoff football. St. Rita offense tonight, 172 yards passing, 10 out of 14. 150 yards rushing. So Todd Kuska had talked with Mark Kruger before the game about balancing your offense. I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah, and they have 2 really good junior running backs.
Rowan back to pass with 2:18 to go. Time running out. Flag goes down, has a completion, and very likely this is coming back.
Yeah, and he stays in bound, but the clock will stop because of the flag.
Well, let's look at what's coming up for St. Rita the rest of the way. Homecoming next week. They will take on Fenwick. Then they go down to Kankakee to take on Bishop Mack. First Friday in October, they'll be at Gately to take on Mount Carmel, and that'll have a few interested viewers on that particular night. Then they get Providence, then St. Ignatius, and then they go to Loyola. So there's not an easy week in this league.
Not this league. Loyola, of course, the Prep Bowl champion. And, of course, we'll have the Prep Bowl live here on MeTV the day after Thanksgiving.
St. Rita won the Prep Bowl 2 years ago in a dominating performance.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty good.
They really just ran away and won that game. Inside of 2 minutes remaining now. Pitch. Martez takes the right side, and St. Rita, they're just content to keep him in bounds. Takes it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Martez Walker finally hauled down.
Yeah, they don't care how much yardage he picks up. They just want to keep him in bounds. Hey, Jim, one thing I did want to mention, we talked about the outstanding player, Christopher Sims. You know, when he had a 32 on the ACT, and he really liked Dartmouth. So, not only a good football player, he's an outstanding student athlete here at St. Rita.
Completion out to the 47-yard line. 32, same score as you.
Yeah, if you add up the 4 times I took it.
Very good. I am the ultimate setup man. Thanks for knocking that one out of the yard.
Let's see, 8, 16, 16. Yeah, you added the 4 times I took it.
Inside of a minute. Look out, and lowering the boom, coming on the outside rush, number 91 for St. Rita, Kamani Thomas, the senior, 260 pounds.
Well, nobody saw Thomas coming. You know what? He's coming from the blind side. He had the open shot from the blind side.
They have some big, fast, and mean defensive linemen. They have offensive linemen, too, here at St. Rita.
Well, he's 6'2", 260.
If there's one thing the Catholic League has been known for over the years, it has been outstanding line play. And many times what you see happen in the playoffs is a team from the suburbs comes in against one of these Catholic League teams, and they're just not ready for the physical beating these Catholic League teams can deliver. Pass over the middle, and that is incomplete.
And, Jim, we have a final. Mount Carmel, they put some points on the boards tonight. 49-14 over Fenwick. What we had talked about, and I saw Mount Carmel last week, they were giving up a lot of points. Only 14 tonight, and I wonder if that's because Coach Lindsey was back on the sidelines tonight.
Right.
Wow, 49-14. This was going to end probably 35-14. Always, Jim. Pleasure working with you, buddy.
Good start to the year, Kenny.
Oh, yeah.
100th victory after this kneel down for Todd Kuska at St. Rita. And as we talked about, for St. Rita, they've had a great past. They've had a lot of great players here, but you know what? I'll tell you what, these are the good old days for St. Rita. This run they are on, they're as good as at any point in their history. They win it tonight by a final score of 35-14 over Brother Rice. We're back with more in a moment on your home for live high school sports. You're watching the game of the week on MeTV. Joining us, as you know, today, September 11th, is the 8th anniversary of the terrorist attack on the United States. All around the world, including here at St. Rita High School, this has been a day of remembrance to the men and women who lost their lives 8 years ago. We leave you now with a song that is very appropriate for today. Thank you for joining us. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us. Big victory by the Mustangs, 35-14. It was a personal victory for myself and my staff. It was the 100th victory that we recorded as a unit. A great night for the offense, an explosive night, and as always, the defense was stout as ever, recording a number of turnovers and sacks. So thank you guys for joining us. Next week's action has us coming back at home again. 2013 game against Loyola Academy. Great football game. Look forward to seeing you guys in the future.